Hey guys, Brett Messmer here from Technical Taekwondo. In today's video, we're going to be talking about different exercises that you can do to increase your hip flexibility and your hip mobility. Before we get into this video, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you like what we're doing, please hit that like and subscribe button. Let's just go ahead and get into it. So one of the first basic exercises that you want to do for your hips is knee up and turn it to the outside. Making big sweeping motions. This is a very common warm-up, getting your hips loosened up. Okay. Once your hips are loosened up, then you can bring it a little bit higher, almost like a chambered crescent kick. Okay. Instead of kicking out, I can kick out a little bit if I wanted to, but mainly just getting that knee to flow through with the hips. Obviously, the next one is inside. We're going to just do it once, bringing that knee across, and then out of a fighting stance, I'll bring that knee up, stepping back. And it's kind of a kick down switch motion as I bring those. Those are nice motions to help loosen your hips up. One thing that I like to do when I'm training different exercises for strength and mobility, I like to get in a position where I can hang onto the wall or the bar. We have the hand railing, which is honestly, it's nothing but a stair railing with a lot more support. I'm really surprised I don't see more martial arts schools with this. Dance studios call it a ballet bar, but the railing is much better than using a wall to grab a hold of and doing things. I highly recommend putting one of these in your gym or your home gym yourself. There's just a lot of things that you can do with it. We're going to go into some of them today. So the first one that we're going to talk about is what's been nicknamed the egg beater. You're literally just starting off making a circle with your foot. As your foot goes, you'll feel your hip rotate in the socket. So when this is out, my hip is turned. Okay? And obviously you want to work it where you're going in both directions. From there, we can pick the leg up and work the egg beater almost in a side kick position. So here's my side kick chamber, and I'm working on rotating and getting that hip to move in that chambered position. I want to interrupt this video for a special announcement. We have a martial art training seminar hosted by my instructor, Grandmaster Grove, coming out of October 11th and 12th, 2025. We are located in Portage, Indiana, which is south of Chicago. It is a weekend seminar, Saturday and all day Sunday. So if you would like to get more of this type of information, please go to risingstartaekwondo.com, register for this event, get yourself locked in. I just want to invite some of my friends that I haven't met yet, and let's just go ahead and get back to the video. So we're talking about hip flexibility for primarily two basic kicks. So I want to have that hip flexibility where I'm working my side kick and my roundhouse kick. So one of the things I want to strengthen, and the bottom foot technically should be pivoted 180 degrees where your toes are pointing to the wall. Sometimes you don't want the bottom foot turned all the way out. So maybe go 3/4 pivot where it's kind of pointing off this way. But one of the things that I want to do is I want to lift my knee and point it out. So I'm lifting it more like a front kick to the side. And then as I roll it through, I'm turning the hip over and pointing the knee that way. I am keeping my foot tucked in like a roundhouse kick or a turning kick. And one of the main things that I want to do when I'm working this is I don't want to lay down. I want to squeeze the oblique muscles in as I bring the knee up. So I'm standing as much as upright as possible. So I'm picking the knee up. I don't want to lay down. I want to squeeze up into it and point my knee out. And then when I'm finished, I don't want to just drop it. I want to roll that knee out, and then I want to bring it back. And when I bring it back, that's when I usually unpivot. So get used to turning that hip. So here I'm rolling the hip as I point the knee out. So I turn and point the knee. An evolution of that one is as I bring the knee up instead of just keeping it kind of low and flat at more or less belt level high. As I'm here, I start belt level high, and then as I roll it through, I lift that knee even higher. One after that is simply strengthening for the leg extension, where I'm bringing that up and I'm pushing the foot out and then bringing it back. Once you have done several of those, then you can start working on doubles, triples, and doing it slower is going to increase your muscle strength. If I just whip it out there, I'm not really working on strengthening those leg muscles. Okay? And that's the purpose of this exercise right now, is to strengthen those leg muscles. Probably one of the best ones to work on strengthening leg muscles is the pulses, and its counterpart, the circles. Pulses, you can either do this with a roundhouse, where I'm bringing that leg up like a roundhouse, or I'm bringing it up and pushing it out like a side kick. Either way, remember to squeeze your oblique muscles into it. But once you're in that position, work on the circles. The pulses is nothing but locking the leg out and lifting. I recommend doing several sets of 8 or 10 reps of each. One of the main ones I want to recommend for not only increasing your hip flexibility but your hip strength is working the pedal kick. The pedal kick is really the precursor to a hook kick. It's going to strengthen your hip flexor muscles as you come across. So a pedal kick is pretty much a side kick that misses the shoulder and then pushes the leg straight through to the head and then rechambers like a side kick. So it's out through and then rechambering like a roundhouse, or out through and rechambering like a side kick. Really doesn't matter with the pedal kick. The main part of the pedal kick is the push through the hips. The pedal kick is a little bit slower, so you don't see it used as much, but really it's a training tool to help you develop that leg strength to push and whip that hook through. So this is going to be something that's going to strengthen your hip muscles. Okay, so leg straight, push that through, push that through. So that's probably one of my favorite exercises to do to build that leg strength. And one of the best things you could probably do for your students is make a game out of it. Have them go to the bag, stand on one foot, kick the right side, kick the left side with the same foot, kick the front, and just work different motions, practicing hitting right side, left side, just call it off at random. And that's going to make that interesting, fun, but they're getting that motion where they're working their hips and they can start almost foot fencing with the bag. So that's pretty much what I have for you guys today. Until next time, God bless and keep on kicking.